This one rough. This one gonna be
Yeah,
rough.
told you this one rough, right? Big up Patrice O'Neal says women don't do things righteously, and this will be me. This particular article is going to be very scary for anybody that is married or looking to get married. This one is a scary one. It's from CBS News, and it reads, poll, half of women in a relationship have a plan B. By Chelsea Carnash, and it reads, it's always good to have a backup plan, but what about when it comes to your marriage? A new poll from British company OnePoll.com claims that half of all women have a plan B or someone they're keeping on the back burner in case their current relationship goes down the drain. What's more, married women are more likely than those who are simply in a relationship to have another man in mind in case they end up divorced. So who's the lucky dude who gets to be the backup? According to OnePoll.com, he's typically an old friend who the woman has known for around 7 years. He could also be an ex-boyfriend or ex-husband, a co-worker, or even just someone the scheming lady met at the gym. And no, I did not interject that adjective scheming. Right here in the article. I'm just reading it. And the women who have a plan B appear to be pretty confident in their second in line's love. 1 in 10 said he'd already confessed his undying love for her. And 1 in 5 said they were confident he'd drop everything for her if she asked.
Diabolical.
Men, you're not completely in the dark either. Around half the women with a plan B said their current partner was aware of the other man, and 1/5 said they were able to joke about the third party with their significant other. Chris Rock has a stand-up where he says a platonic friend, that woman is like a dick in a glass case. In case of emergency, break open glass, right?
Class.
Perhaps the most surprising revelation from the survey, though, is that 1/4 of the women who said they had a backup partner in mind also reported feelings as strongly for the other man as they did for their current flame.
This one rough. This one gonna be rough.
Told you this one rough, right? Big up Patrice O'Neal says women don't do things righteously, and this will be me. With sites such as Facebook and Twitter, it's easier than ever. Well, they call it X now. It's easier than ever to stay in touch with an old flame. Men need to be aware of any old friends that turn up out of the blue, that's for sure, said a representative from OnePoll.com in the release. One thing is for certain, men across the UK today will be giving their partners that extra kiss goodnight this evening. Ladies, do you have a backup plan in case your relationship goes sour?
I might go ask a question or two when we're done here.
Yeah, you go make inquiries.
In all seriousness, though, it goes back now to what we always talk about: forsake all others, right? Because I know they're talking about women here, but some of us men too is trying to keep a,
keep your legs open.
A few, yeah. We got a partner, ours, you might see, you don't burn bridges, right? Meanwhile, I just blow up the fucker. No, sir, right? But in all seriousness, though, forsake all others. To me, it is a problem if you are married or in a relationship with someone and you have someone on the off. You got somebody in the wings that you may not be openly saying it, you may not openly be thinking it, but as the article said, if you call them in times of intimacy or whatever, your desperation or whatever, they will come and run in. For example, if you and your husband or you and your boyfriend break up, man come trotting easily. That is a problem. When you look at your partner, you look at your husband, your wife, or whatever, when you are looking at them, and let's say you're saying vows in a marriage, or you're just looking at them, you're looking at them, probably just talking to them. If you're looking at that person and you're thinking about other people, and other people coming in through your mind, and you're wondering what the other person doing and what they would say or how they would take this joke, or if this person is someone that is constantly in your thoughts when you are with your spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend, that is a problem. I don't have a problem with friendships, but you still have to be cognizant of who you let be your friend and what that friendship looks like. For example, my madam, she has male friends. Not many, but she has male friends. But she is very vigilant of how she interacts with these male friends. Some she's talked to nearly every day, but she's always cognizant of how she interacts with them. Shoot, she's gonna play tennis. Go along, play tennis, whatever. When she playing that tennis, guys is be there, right? She got a rapport with the guys. The men just hang out sometimes, it's lame or whatever. But she is always vigilant and mindful of what she says and what she does and how she interacts with these people on social media because she does not want to send the wrong message, nor does she want to blur lines. Why? Because she with someone. And likewise, we've had the conversation about me having friendships with women. Now, yes, I have some women that are friends, but I don't talk to these women every day. Shoot, some women I don't even talk to. I talk about 3 times a month, right? I say it like this: they're you and I are friends, right? We don't talk every day, and certainly we don't share intimate conversations every day. But whenever we catch up, it's like we right back into her form,
You
right?
pick up
Yeah,
rule.
yeah, we right back in it. We back in full form, and we have that camaraderie. We have that friendship. If you call me, I can be there. If I call you, you can be there, right? We have that friendship, but we don't have to be intimate in a platonic way for that friendship to be justified because we've gone through some things and we have had those moments. And I think that that's what a friendship looks like. You can have a female friend as a man, you can have a male friend as a woman, but you see the person talk the person every day. Good morning, how you doing? Have a good day, right?
Setting up for stealing up.
You understand? Or you sound very off. What's going on with you? Let me talk. You know what I mean? You're setting up yourself now for there to be blurred lines. You have to be vigilant. I am not saying that someone cannot maintain a friendship with a level of vulnerability in it, but you have to be vigilant. You have to set boundaries and let them know who really is the man here, who is the only one in this situation. But you can't be having somebody in the back pocket. You can't got a plan B. You can't got somebody like a backup spare. No, it don't work because you can always be the person will always be in your peripheral. You can always be looking. You can always be wondering. Shoot, when you have when you're in a relationship and it invariably will go on the down. You got a little disconnect or you have a crawl or whatever. Now you reaching out into the side, well, any side, but you reaching out to the friend. That is a problem. You got to deal with what in front of you. You man or you woman got a problem. You got to handle it there and then. You can't bring shoot. There's something I used to do years ago in previous relationships where I would be with a woman, we would have an issue, and I would seek counsel from people, right? Men and women, right?
Yeah,
That really had no business in my business, right?
correct.
And
I'll cut that
say
out.
exactly. I would say that, I got my boys, I got the men. Sometimes I would get the men and say, listen, I got a little, I just venting here or whatever. But you still have to have people that understand your situation, people that want the best for you, and still people that will want the best for your relationship as well. And it's just a moment of venting. But it's not that you going one on one with somebody and saying, "Tell me what you think about this," and the person decide no, I think I'm. You need somebody objective to look at things. And certainly, I am not gonna go to a woman and say, "Man, look, man, me and my woman, I know, man, this woman here, she's sick of me, boy. Can't." Because you tend to know that person's image of your woman or your man, and then know when it good and everything going well, and you expecting them to be happy for you, then be like, just waiting for that shoe to drop here. Call. If you in it, you in it. If you in the boat, you can you with relationships, especially marriage. If you in the boat, you can't got a lifeboat behind there waiting. You can't do that. You can't got a rescue vessel waiting for you. You could go on a life preserver, right? You can make sure that you have things in place that if the relationship goes wrong, you and that person could try to fix it. But certainly you shouldn't be out there saying, all right, I can call you when this boat starts to sink, right? When this boat starts to sink, you're not fully invested. You're
Yeah,
expecting saying bad to happen.
yeah, yeah. And you kind of ready to roll. As bad as that song, you ready to roll. The reality of it, a man got rest, right? men gonna risk. That's in nature, man. That's how we do it. We see a woman we like that woman, I like seeing, I want to see her, a man will risk. It is on the woman to say, well, yeah, this is in my head, this is my husband, and you wasting time here, I will let you to stop messaging me or whatever, stop calling me. And as men too, and that's something that I have grown into. As you say, Nia, you know, is you think that you could talk to people and they can give you solid advice. And a lot of times you just invited people into your relationship that don't need to be there and making prejudgments on your relationship because you're venting, right? As you say, you and your body get by having a good, but your family members or their family members or they still got you in the mind from the information you would have shared, right? They got your partner in mind. So you and your partner good, but they vex your partner because of what you shared. You understand? So it's important to kind of try to find a neutral party to come and be the mediator and work through problems and stuff. That's what the counseling session is for, right? But for the time you got that man, and the young boys is called it lurking nowadays. They got a man lurking, just waiting, you know, for you as a man to mess up. All of a sudden, this man here. And again, Chris Rock would say, you know the man that gonna cheat on you, and that's what the post saying. People laugh at stand-up comedy, right? But you learn so much from stand-up comedy.
Stand-up comedy is based
Right.
on life now.
Yep. And he said, you know
Observational life.
the next man that is going to be with your wife. Yeah, he's come to your house, he drunk your wine, eat your food, and he will betray you. Because men are men. They saw a thing there with Damon Wayans saying that he would have slept with an ex-girlfriend of his nephew or something like that. You know, he was like, yeah, so he asked his nephew, well, so you can let me take a little piece off of this here. Yeah. You know, strange things happen. You got me back in the streets, man. So I can see all this stuff, right?
Damn.
You know? So we as men, and I take fairness to the women because I did say, you know, women don't do things righteously. Sometimes we men don't do things righteously either. Once it there, we got access, we can risk it. So a fella will risk, even if he ain't supposed to. Even if it's like, this is my family here, so this is my brother girl, or this is my, how many times you hear about my horny brother?
Facts
Yeah.
of life.
So we as men, we gotta be able to say, you know, not that one. But here's the thing, right, fellas? Do not expect a man that does not know you to respect you and respect your relationship.
Say that again. That's a bar.
Yeah, do not expect a man that does not know you to respect you and your relationship.
Lyrics, you little ass.
A man don't owe you nothing.
Nothing.
Right?
Not obligated.
So it is on you, ladies, to ensure that nobody don't disrespect your
Facts.
relationship. It's on you, men, to make sure no woman don't disrespect your woman and your wife.
Facts.
Right? So people guard the relationships, protect the relationships. Don't invite the outside energy into your relationship, right? And then you wondering why when it can't get along. And certainly don't go and invite somebody else into your relationship and then gonna talk about one how you could convince your partner to accept the side piece that you had for 5 years. But this has been nice and short. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to ensure that you do not miss any of the content we got coming for you. We can see you guys again soon.
It's a contaminated environment. And the tutu's about that.